All right. Even though that I'm not there right now, I did make this video to help us out with some notes right now. We're going to be working on long division today. So previously we had been talking about just basic division facts. We did a little bit with division with remainders, but now we're going to be starting to work with some bigger numbers. So we are going to use methods, a method called long division, and there's a few different methods similar to how we did multiplication. Today we are starting out with the box method. Again, whatever I'm writing, you should also be writing. It's no different than if I was there. I might be going a little bit faster than what I normally am, but that's okay because obviously this is a video. You can just hit pause if you need to. Box method, you're going to use box and multiple steps, which we are going to be writing out. All right. The first problem that we are going to be doing is 79 divided by 3. Remember, there's multiple different ways that we can write division problems. You can see it like this, but when we are doing long division, here's how we are going to write that. So your big number, your dividend, is going to go inside of our little box house. So I'm just going to draw, whoops, there we go. I'm just going to draw a little box, kind of a little corner, and my big number is going to go inside of that. And my divisor, which is my 3, is going to go out in front. When you see it written like this, it's the same exact thing, 79 divided by 3, and our answer is going to be up here. So our first step when we are doing long division is we are going to draw our box. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to draw my box. Similar to box method when we did division, our digit here, our largest digit is 2 digits big, or sorry, our largest number is 2 digits big, so I'm going to draw a line to split my box into 2. And I'm going to break up my numbers. So 79, I'm going to put a 7 in the first spot. And then I'm going to leave a little dash here in case I need to carry. That'll make sense in just a few minutes. And a 9. 79, 79. And on the outside here, I'll put my 3. All right. Step number 2. We are going to divide. So I'm going to make a little division sign here. And I'm trying to think of what number can I multiply 3 by to get as close to 7 as possible? So I'm thinking, what number, 3 times what number gets me about 7? This little squiggly equation, or I'm sorry, squiggly equal sign means about. So 3 times what number is about 7. The closest that I can get to 7 without going over is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. If I do 3 times 3, that's going to get me 9, so I'm going to do 3 times 2. My number 2, because 3 times 2, I'll fill that in here. Actually, I'm going to use blue so that you can see that. 3 times 2 is about 7. That 2 comes right above here. Now, step number 3. I'm going to multiply, so I'm going to put a big X here, the top number by the side number. In this case, right now, that's going to be our top number 2 times our side number 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 I'm going to put right underneath the 7. Again, I know you might be totally confused right now. Just make sure that you're getting the notes down, and then we will go over this again in our next example and then in the following days. It's okay. It's a totally new topic. Step number 4, we are going to subtract the numbers in the box. So right now we have 7 and 6. I'm going to subtract those two numbers. 7 minus 6 is 1. And our second to last step, 5. It's going to be this little arrow. And we're going to carry the remainder to the next box in front of the next digit. Here's what that's going to look like. This 1, This 1, I'm going to carry it up to the next box in front of my next digit. My next digit is 9, and remember we wrote this little space here? That's where this 1 is going to go. So I'm going to carry it up with my little arrow and put my 1 right up here. And our 6th and final step is repeat steps for next box. The steps Sorry, something funny happened there. My computer shut off. You're going to repeat the steps for the next box. The steps that you are going to repeat are the ones that I'm going to circle in green. So that way you know that this green circle for repeat are the things that you need to repeat. All right, so let's repeat those steps. Number 2, divide. Now, I need to figure out how many groups of 3 I can fit into 19 as my new number without going over. So if I skip count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 18 is as close as I can get to 19 without going over. So 18 divided by 3 is 6, or 3 times 6 is about 18. So my 6 is going to go on top of my 19. Now I'm going to multiply the top and side numbers. So 6 times 3 is 18. Making sure my 1s and 10s are lined up. Now I can subtract those numbers in that box. 19 minus 18 is 1. And I'm going to carry my remainder to the next box in front of the next digit. I don't have any more digits, so this is going to become my remainder. Remember, we talked about remainders on Monday. So remainders, it has to be less than the divisor, which it is in this case. It's a 1. So I'm just going to write R1. So if I'm writing out my answer, 79 divided by 3, I didn't leave enough room. I'm going to write it down here. Equals 26, remainder 1. Okay, let's do another example. Let's do 98 divided by 5. All right, step number 1, we are going to be drawing our box. So let's go ahead and do that. My biggest number is 2 digits, so I'm going to split my box into 2. And inside my box, I'm going to have a 9, 8, 4, 98. And on the side here, I'm going to have a 5 right there. All right. Step number 2, we're going to start dividing. I'm thinking what number, I should add this. You're actually thinking what number times what number is about some number. I'm thinking, what number times 5 is about 9? If I'm skip counting by 5s, I want to see how close I can get to the number 9 without going over. If I skip count 1, it's 5, 10. I cannot do 2 groups. I can only do 1 group of 5. So I'm going to write that 1 up here. Step number 3 is telling me to multiply my top number by my side number. 1 times 5 is 5. Step number 4 is telling me to subtract my numbers in my box, so let's subtract those. Nine minus 5 is 4. And step number 5, carrying that remainder to the next box in front of our next digit. I should have left a little space there. That's on me. I'm going to carry my 4 up. And now I have a new number, 48. Now I can repeat those circled steps, so I'm going to come all the way back up here to my division here. Now I'm thinking, what number times 5 gets me about 48? If it gets me exactly 48, that's perfect, but most cases we're not going to be able to get exact. So I'm going to skip count by 5s to see how close I can get to 48 without going over. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 45 is really close. That's going to be 5 times 9. If I do 5 times 10, it's 50, and I'm over that 48. So the closest that we are going to be able to get without going over is 9. So I'm going to write that number above 48. Next, I'm going to multiply that new top number by my side number, 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. When I'm writing this out, I'm going to make sure my 1s and 10s are all lined up. I'm going to subtract those numbers. That's what number 4 is telling me. Subtract those numbers in that box. 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now I can carry my remainder. There's no more numbers in this box. This 3 is less than my divisor, 5, so it can be a remainder. Remember, your remainders cannot be larger than your divisor. So I'm going to go ahead and write that up here, remainder 3. 98 divided by 5 is 19. Remainder 3. One last thing that I want to do here before I let you go is I want to show you how you can check your work using multiplication. So just like addition and subtraction, they're kind of opposites. You can check each other. You can do the exact same thing with multiplication and division. So if I wanted to check my answer here, I'm going to do 26 times 3 plus my remainder of 1. If I do 26 times 3 plus 1, I should get 79. If I get 79, I'm pretty sure my answer is right. If I do not get 79, it's a good chance I messed something up. So let's try it out. 26 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. My 8 goes here, plus 1 above my 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. I'm at 78. But remember, I had this remainder 1. I have to add that. So I'm going to do plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. And my 7. 79 and 79. Must have gotten that one correct. Now we're going to check our answer for this one. 19 times 5 plus 3 should be 98. So let's try that first part out. I'm going to do 19 times 5. First thing I'm going to do is 5 times 9. I know 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 more is 9. Now I need to add my remainder, so I'm going to plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. 9 plus nothing is 9. 98, 98. We got it right.